Okay, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to take a moment to introduce myself. First off, I want to welcome all the new people that's on board with us this evening. We're actually going to kind of take it back to the basics. When we first started doing the trainings about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, we kind of went through the platform and walked through building apps, and sometimes I think we need to revisit those things that we do. So I just want to welcome everyone to the training this evening. We have the trainings each and every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. And if you have not, or if you hear some of your friends saying, I try to get into training and can't, they're going to need to register at instantappwizard.com/training. GoToMeeting only allows us to put in about 5 or 6 months at a time of webinars. When we duplicate them, and at the end of that time, we have to set up the next session. So we had a lot of people that had trouble getting in last week, and so I just wanted to make sure that everybody's in. I know we had some people having trouble getting in because their Java wasn't updated. GoToMeeting has redone a lot of their features in their system, so if your Java's not updated and you're having some trouble, let me say first to go and take a look at that. My name is Kerry Miller, and I'm live from our Instant App Wizard studios in Northeast Texas. And on with us tonight, we have a couple of our developers and marketing people. We got Woodrow and Sean on with us, and they're going to be answering any questions that you might have. Let me just say, I highly recommend pay close attention as we go through this control panel. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to go in and do this is a lot of the questions I've been getting over the last few weeks has been some of the basic stuff in our control panel, and I want to make sure you understand it. If you can't build apps, you can't make money. So we're going to take it all the way back to the beginning and kind of start over and start going through this. So once again, I just want to welcome you. If you have not joined our YouTube channel, make sure you join our YouTube channel at Instant App Wizard, and also like us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Instant App Wizard. Many of you have taken advantage of this special, the $5 special for the first month of text. This will shut down Friday night. It's going to go back to just the regular sign-up price. The first month will not be at the special price. We'll go away Friday night at midnight. We will run this sometime in the future, not sure when. But so many of you have taken advantage of this, and a lot of people have been on the fence with texting. So you need to go out and close those folks up and start them on their text messaging. This will go away Friday night at midnight, the $5 special for your first month on texting. So don't forget that. Anybody you have on the fence, call them in the morning. Let them know that you can, you've got a special going on, and that it's going to go away on Friday, and they don't want to miss out on that first month of texting for $5. Before we get into the control panel, I'm going to cover just a few things that I've had an opportunity to speak with many of you about over the last 3 weeks. I've been, some days is a blessing, some days is a curse. No, I'm just kidding. Every day is a great day if I get to talk to you. But there's things that I learn when I speak to each and every one of you on the phone. It's always good, either direction of the conversation. But there's one thing I've learned over this couple of weeks, 3 weeks actually, that why people fail in business. And it's not just this business. These applications apply to every single business. You know, I've always wondered, and it's always amazed me, you can take two people. They both have the same excitement. They both have the same drive. They both have the same determination when they start something, but one of them makes it and one of them doesn't. So I've been asking myself over and over the last few weeks, what it is that makes people tick, what makes them fail, what makes them succeed, what makes them really excel. And as I've been watching the football playoffs over the last few weeks, and I thought to myself, you know, the teams, when they step on the field, you can just see it in their eyes who's going to win, who's prepared the hardest, who went to the field an hour earlier, who watched an extra hour of film, who did just a little bit extra work, and sure enough, at the end of the game, you know who's going to come out on top. I'll use the Alabama game. They were talking about the strength of Alabama when they walked out of the locker room the other night, and the intimidation factor that they had when they ran past everybody at Notre Dame, the size factor and their growl and just the fire in their eyes. And sure enough, we all know how that game came out. So it was really an eye-opening experience for me, as I've talked to so many of you, of why this is. So let's just look at a couple of these things that I've kind of deducted in my mind as I've sat back and thought about this. Why do people fail in business? Number one, they overcomplicate things. Way overcomplicated. And when we get into the control panel, I'm going to talk about that just a little bit. We've got a very simple product that's easy to produce, but I hear this over and over and over again. Well, if I just had this. Boy, if I could just do this. Man, if we could just program this in. And then I sit back and I look at those who are really successful out there selling apps right now. And I can go into the control panel and I can look at their apps, and I know exactly why the one who's telling me this on the phone isn't selling apps. The people that are selling haven't complicated everything. They've taken the product they've got, they've put their little sales pitch around what they have, and they're out every single day knocking it out of the park. We want to reinvent the wheel. Well, let's do this because. Let's do this because I saw this over here. Let's make this happen over here. The guys that are successful right now, listen to the trainings. They put into effect what we talk about. They take it and they mold it to their personalities, and they take it and they make it happen, and they go out and sell apps every day. They don't overcomplicate it, and they're not out there to reinvent. They're out there just to make it happen. This is the biggest one of all. And it's amazing how I can hear this in people's voice when I talk to them and the questions I ask. You talk yourselves out of just doing it. You try to reinvent the wheel. You overcomplicate. And then, sure enough, you talk yourselves out of doing it. Many of you have heard me say, and I usually close every single week with this, the hardest door to open is the car door. Now, we've given you a ton of tools to use to be able to put together leads. Now, some people have said, well, I would like to do it this way. Then do that. It doesn't matter if you pick up the phone and call the businesses. It doesn't matter if you walk in and introduce yourself to the businesses. It doesn't matter if you send them a postcard with a QR code on it to introduce yourself to the business. If you don't do something, you're not going to introduce yourself to the business. How you doing, Roger, buddy? If you have a custom webinar, if you don't, we're going to talk about it later, but if you have a custom webinar, send them an invitation to that. You've got to do something to introduce yourself to the customers. Sitting behind your desk at home or at your office or wherever you're at, saying, I know I've got to get up and do this. I'm going to go do this. I've got to do this. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to do it. 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 And then the next day, you say the same thing. You talk yourselves out, well, let me do this first. Well, I probably need to tweak this flyer just a little bit. Well, maybe if I change the color of this. Boy, I tell you what, if they would just add one more thing to that control panel, I could sell 10,000 of these. I could add 1 million things to this control panel. We could spend $10 million on that control panel. And for those of you who talk yourselves out of doing it, you're never going to make a sale. Do something and make it work if you want to be successful. Who succeeds in this business? And every one of us has heard this term 1 million times. The ones who take lemons and makes lemonade. And that's what we've given you, is a bucket of fresh, squeezable, juicy lemons. And all you've got to do is slice it in half and start squeezing. And what comes out the other end, like a good buddy of mine that I speak to all the time, I've grown to love the guy because he excites me. He takes that lemon every morning, and at night he's got a batch of lemonade, and the next day he goes out and he pours that fresh cup of lemonade to all his customers, and he comes home with a pocket full of money. He's getting so good at what he does, they're saying, hey, we don't want to pay you just for the month. Let us do this at a quarter at a time. That way we don't have to worry about it. And, you know, he's not a technician. He's not asked for anything special. He takes the tools that we've given him and he says, I'm going to go out and sell it. Kerry said I could do this method right here and I could go out and sell it. Woodrow and I talked last night and shoot, he said go try this, and you know what, I can go out and sell it. And it's not just him. There's a ton of you that do that. But there's a few of you who are sitting on the fence saying, man, I really, really, really need to do this. And Juan, I appreciate that. And you know, I am being honest tonight. You know, and I thank you for saying that. Juan said, I appreciate you saying that because you're being honest. I appreciate the truth. I just want you to be successful. And so tonight I'm just going to, that's why I'm starting out the way I'm starting. I want you all to wake up in the morning and quit procrastinating, quit beating around the bush, and make it happen. I don't care if you go out tomorrow and pass out 100 QR codes and don't speak to a single person. Go out and pass out 100 QR codes so people can start seeing your branded apps. Go out and pass out 100 QR codes and invite people to your custom webinars. Go out and pass out 100 QR codes just to get somebody to sign up for something. Make it happen. Before I go to control building and building apps, I want to show you something, and all of you know that I am a QR freak. I went up to and got a taco today at Taco Bell because I love Taco Bell tacos. And lo and behold, I get the cup. And what's on the side of the cup but scan it for exclusive ESPN videos. And when I did, and I scanned the QR code, and lo and behold, it took me to their app, and there was all of their newsreels and everything on video about the football playoffs, about the Alabama game, and about everything else. My whole point of showing you this is this. If QR code marketing did not work, ESPN would not have spent the millions and millions and millions of dollars to put that QR code, which went to a specific app that they had built with all their videos in it, on the side of that cup if it didn't work. QR code marketing works. If it's good enough for the big boys, think what it can do for your customers and your clients. It will literally change their marketing forever. I went to the mall with my wife this past Saturday, and there were QR codes everywhere. There was a QR code for the mall. directory. There was a QR code on every rack in the store trying to sell specials. There were QR codes at the kiosk for you to scan, and everything sending you to something off. Some of them sent you to a text message, and for click the button and it brought up the word and you texted it in and you got a coupon back. Some of them went directly to a coupon, and I showed you a couple of weeks ago how to go in and build a coupon and put it into your custom content and go out and sell that to your customer and use that. QR code marketing works. And the same fellow that I was talking about a while ago, that's how he opens every single deal, is with his little QR code. So I just wanted to share that with you, that cup. I know I'm always talking about the QR codes I see, and so I shot a picture of that on the table a while ago when I was eating lunch earlier, and I wanted to show you that. But look, scan it for exclusive ESPN videos. And down here it tells you, do you have a smartphone but not a QR code reader? Search QR code reader in your mobile device. And I mean, they covered the whole cup with this. That's not cheap. That's not cheap. So, but let's get into the app system. Make sure that changes over. Now we're live, okay, so this will be a little bit slower switching over because I've gone from the slides to my live source. For everybody on board, some of you have done this thousands of times. Some of you have not done it at all. Some of you are new here, so I want to make sure that you understand creating a new app, okay? The first thing you got to do is you go into your control panel and you go create a new web app. Now let me tell you something about this little section right here, okay? You have to be very thoughtful when you fill this out. This app detail information down here, once this is in here, okay, this app URL and some of this information that's in here, now you can go back and change your login account details, but there's some stuff in here that you cannot go back and change. It doesn't allow you to go back. Exclusively the mobile app URL. So you want to make sure that your mobile app URL is the URL that you want to use. Now, let me go into depth just a little bit about that mobile app URL. Let me go ahead and bring up the read about this. This is your mobile URL. It must be all in lowercase and no spaces. Keep it short as possible so people will remember it. You have two options with this URL. And let me give you a little sales thing that you can start doing, okay? Get you a reseller account at HostGator. And go out, and if, let's say your business doesn't have a mobile site, a website. And we have this question all the time, what if they don't have a website? If they don't, and they don't want to purchase a website, I would sell them on the fact that they need a URL to their business. For example, if my business is Kerry Miller's Pizza and kerrymillerspizza.com is available, I want to make sure that my customer has that. So that gives you a chance to sell them a URL. Now, what are you going to do with that URL? You're going to, and that's, matter of fact, let's build that. Kerry Miller's Pizza. Okay? I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this. Let's call it Kerry Miller's Auto Body Shop because we got a reseller that's absolutely killing it with auto body shops. Kerry Miller's Auto Body Shop. All right? My business phone number, 555-555-1212. I bet y'all thought I was going to put my office number in there, didn't you? My business email address, my address at Kerry Miller's autobody.com. Now, why did I put that? Because I want to make sure that I purchase them, their URL, and get them some email set up that goes with their business email address. Not only are you going to help build them an app, but what do you want to do? You want to help start marketing them, okay? You want to make that happen. Okay, we're going to name this the same thing, Kerry Miller's Auto Body Shop. Hey Roger, did I do that right, buddy? Did I do the Auto Body Shop right? Now, what are we going to put here? See, I can't spell. Check all this before you do it. Roger says, yes, sir. Now, I'm going to make this very simple. I'm going to call this KMABS. Okay? Whoops. KMABS. Okay? Kerry Miller's Auto Body Shop. Now, if they don't get a URL, okay, people are going to remember that. KMABS, Kerry Miller's Auto Body Shop. It's short, it's sweet. But what I recommend you doing is getting them a URL, okay, whatever it's going to be. Miller's Auto Body, Kerry Miller's Auto Body, Kerry Miller's Auto, whatever it's going to be, and forward it to their OneTap.mobi site. You want to do that for a couple of reasons, okay? Number one, you want to be able to put that URL on all of their literature. You want to make sure that that URL is in all of their advertising. You want to make sure that that URL SEOs for them well. If somebody pulls up Kerry Miller's Auto Body Shop, that it comes up at the top, okay, because they're searching for that particular name, all right? And that's a great way. URLs is a great way to SEO. So now you have your mobile app URL. Now what you have to decide is do I want them to do nothing, okay? I'm going to control everything. If you do this, they cannot edit anything and they cannot go into the marketing platform. I personally recommend, where can we get a wholesale account? Mine is set up, Joe, mine is set up at HostGator.com. Just set up an affiliate program and you can sell them from there all day long. You make your little money on the side from that. HostGator.com. It's my favorite place. There may be some others. Marketing platform only. This is what I recommend you give them. Okay? If you do no access, then you need to charge because you're going to be extremely busy. The marketing platform only, they get access only to the marketing platform so that you can teach them and educate them how to do the marketing platform. If you give them full access, okay, then they're going to have access to everything. They're going to be able to go in and edit their own apps. Now, if you do that, they need to understand if they go in and edit it, they go in and change it, they go in and mess it up, don't call you every day to fix it for them. That's why I recommend marketing platform only. So you're going to give it a username, okay? I'm going to say we're going to call this Kerry's Auto Body Shop. That's going to be my username, and my password is going to be Auto Body Shop 123. Okay, Auto Body Shop 123. Okay, and this is going to email them that information. So you click Add. We're going to go to Continue, and we've started building their web app. Now I want you to notice here that there's several tags down through here. There's Text Web App. I use that all the time. Edit Web App. Edit Client Access. Let's say that you want to change the client access because we're going to go over these in just a moment. That's the access I was just talking about. My address at Kerry Miller's Auto Body Shop, the username, the password, email client login, yes, okay. This right here, this option will automatically email your client their login URL, username, and password. Make sure that's on, okay. Hit Edit now. Continue. Add texting service. I think one of the biggest questions I get asked is how do I have other, this is a drop-down box right here, 500 texts for $15 a month, 1,000 texts for $25 per month, 2,500 texts for $45 per month, 5,000 texts for $65 a month. Excellent value. I think that's about 1.3 cents per text. Excellent value. Okay? So let's go back to web apps. Generate Android app. There's a whole series in here in our training section on how to generate an Android app. You can suspend the customer if he's not paying, okay? You can suspend, yes, cancel, no. If you suspend them, when someone pulls their app up, it's going to say account on hold right here. So that alerts everybody that something's wrong. Before you suspend an account, go talk to the customer. Maybe he's had a bad month. Maybe he's had a bad week. He's going to pay you next week. His credit card didn't go through. Something happened. Don't just shut him off if he's been a good customer. I kind of use the 30-day rule. 30 days and you're out. If you're gonna keep beating around the bush, I'm gonna shut you off. And look in there. If he's got a lot of people coming to his site, use that leverage. Okay, and then I would leave that account hold up there for a few days. But don't suspend them unless you just have to. That's not the right thing to do. Okay. Delete button. If you delete this app, it's gone. So make sure that you delete this app. Okay. This removes the web app from the system. All right. So make sure if you hit that button there that you know you want to hit that button. Think twice about it before you do. You're going to hit delete, and it's going to ask you, are you sure? Okay, before it actually deletes it. Make sure that they do that. Okay. Now, let's go in here and edit the web app. This is where we're going to start building the web app. Okay. Go into General Settings, Homepage Links. Now, we don't really have anything here yet, so after we build this, I'm going to show you that you can come in here and you can put your links in any order or any way you want to do it. Okay? It's great. Great tool that they put in here. Okay, Juan, we'll talk to you later, buddy. Juan's battery just died, and he said he'll just watch the thing. Change the title of your mobile app. Okay, the title is right here. You can change that if you just want it to be text. You can create a logo and put in there, okay, or you can just have it text. Either way. If I wanted to change that to Miller's Auto Body Shop, I could take out the carry. If this is really basic for some of you, I'm sorry, but I want to make sure that we go through this. And you can see it says I changed it to Miller's Auto Body Shop. All right. Logo. Create you a logo, and you're going to upload your logo. I'm just going to find a logo in here that I've got. Any old logo. I'll just use this one right here. Okay, I'm going to upload my logo. And you can see it loads my logo. My mobile app icon. I'm going to upload my mobile app icon. Now, I'm going to stop right here because I want to show you something. I'm going to show you where you can get some really nice icons. Okay? Go over here to content. And I know I'm getting off the track just a minute, but I just want to show you how to do this while we're on that. Go to custom content. Go to new custom content. And see right here where it says change icon. Now, this is all recorded, so you can go back and you can stop it and carry on and do what you got to do. Okay? Go to change icon and find you an icon in here that you want. Or you can make one, but this is really a quick way to do this. And I'm going to find me an icon here. Let's see, there's one with a road on it. Let me take the road. So I'm going to right click on that. That's how my computer's set up. I'm going to save image as. I'm going to save it to my computer. Okay. Now I've got me a little icon here. I'm going to go back in my general settings and I'm going to upload my icon. And where's my little road? There's my little road. And there you go. Okay. Now you come over here and preview. You can see that my logo's up there. I'm going to go back to the admin section just to double check on my, and there's my icon. So let's go back here and edit this real quick. your style and colors. Okay, let's say that I want to, I'm going to do list view. You can do icon view, and I'll show you that. Whoops, I didn't save it. Sorry. Okay, I can go to icon view, hit save, and you can see the icons that come up. Or I can do list view, and me personally, that's my favorite. So you can do whatever you want. You can change the bar colors. You can change the background colors. If you want to put one of these images in there, you can put an image in there. We'll do this right here. We'll do this little cloud just so you can see it. Okay. And put a little background color in there along with my logo. And we're going to go over here to email list. Okay, very important. If you click no on this, you've just turned off your email marketing. Okay. Somebody asked me to do wizard view. Let me go back up here. That's my least favorite of all, by the way. Okay, and I can't do it on here, but these spin around. All right. It's not going to do it on the thing here. But that's wizard view. My personal favorite is list view, because if my customers are driving down the street, I want them to be able to see the buttons the best. So anyway, allows you to enable or disable the ability for people to sign up to your email list via your mobile web app. If you turn that off, they don't have a way to sign up for emails, okay, or get on your list. Email incentive message. A custom incentive message allows you to provide a special offer to people when they initially subscribe to your email list. Okay, this is the email, and this is one of those million-time questions. The email in the marketing platform is the email, and we're going to go over that, and it's probably going to be next week, okay? The email in the marketing platform is the email you create or your client creates when they're doing a special. They take that and they put it in there and they click the button and say, okay, I want to send this out to all of my Tuesday special people or whatever your keyword specials are that you want to send it out to, the people that have signed up. This email is the initial email that goes out when someone signs up. So this kind of needs to be a little bit of a thank you email, giving them something special for signing up. You know, come in and get 10% off, get a drink with your next burger, get a free basket of fries. Come in for a free car wash in an auto body shop. Maybe you could say, come in for a free wax and buff or something like that. So we're going to say, thank you. Come in for a free auto body detail. Okay, since I got an auto body shop. Make sure you spell everything correctly. Come in for a free auto detail. Okay? And I'm going to save that. Now, let me say this again, because I'm telling you, I get asked this question a lot. This is the message that initially goes out when someone signs up. Once they've signed up, this message will not go out again to that person, okay? A phone number or email address receives an incentive message only once. If a member opts out, then resubscribes, an incentive message is not sent out again. if they resubscribe with the same email address. Because what happens is you're going to get some out there and say, man, I can go back every week. So you need to make sure your customers understand this when you explain it to them, that Johnny Joe, who goes mudding every Saturday, doesn't come in every Monday for a free auto body detail. He's going to get it one time and one time only. Or Jimmy, who likes a lot of French fries, can't come in every other day with a free French fries for a hamburger deal. Okay? Only goes out once. Save the message. Okay? Reputation management. Now, I'm going to do a complete training in about 2 weeks on this section here, reputation management. But I just want you to know that it's here. I got an email today that a guy is selling reputation management alone. Not even as good as what we've got. Nothing, doesn't come close. All he does is go in and monitors your Yelp and your Foursquare and your Google Places. Okay? $149 a month, and he charges $197 on the setup. And I'm telling you, I bet he's selling them like hotcakes. So this is a business in itself, and we're going to come back to this, but the reputation management system is an integral part of this program. Okay? Let me see what this Joe's asking here. How does the business account for and redeem the offer? Meaning free fries doesn't get used 9 times. Some restaurants, I'll give you a prime example. The restaurant I eat at uptown here, all of their coupons have a code on it. Okay? And you can put on there, you can put a custom code in there. You can say, expires 3 days from now or whatever. But just about every place today has a way that they track their coupons. Okay? And I'm going to show you in the other system how you can do the same thing. But you can put a coupon code in there that they can put in their system. And that's however the customer wants to track that. And you need to find that out from the customer, Joe. Did that answer your question? Okay, buddy. All right. Now, I don't know if any of you, I don't know if we've done this since we put this in here, but you don't have to go up here now to here. You just go to next, and it takes you right over to content. I just thought that was a nice little thing that Mark put in there. That makes it really, really nice. Click to call phone number. All right. Very, very important. You want to make sure when you get with your customer that the number that they're going to click and call is going to be answered. They don't want to make sure it's not a number that is a fax number one day and a phone number the next day and an answer machine the next day. This needs to be a physical phone number inside their establishment, okay, that says, I'm going to answer this phone number. This is a click to call number. This is the number that's going to come up on that cell phone when they click on that button. That's physically going to call that number, and somebody's going to answer it and say, thank you for calling Carrie's Auto Body. How may I repair your glass today? Okay, or something like that. So make sure. See, everybody thought I was fixing to put my home phone number in there. Make sure that it's a good phone number. Save. Now let's go over here to our preview section real quick. Let me get out of that. Okay, there's my little bucket back. I mean my little list back. Call us now. You click on that. That's your click to call. Now you can change that to whatever you want it to be. Okay, you can make it say whatever you want it to say. And we'll go into that here in a minute. Okay, let's go back to content. About us. I don't know how many of you were on the call 3 or 4 weeks ago. I can't remember which training it was. But I went through some new stats that talked about what people are looking for in a mobile app. Everybody here would like to put 7,228 buttons in their mobile app. You don't want to do that. We've set this app up to where it is conducive to exactly what the customers' clients are looking for. They're looking for general information. Okay, they're not looking to make a major purchase. They're looking for who the company is, how do I get a hold of them, and do they have any directions? And if it's a car lot, like myself, I bought my wife a car as we was driving down the road off of the mobile app. Okay, I picked the car out, walked in and showed them the VIN number, showed them the car, and I bought the car. Okay, so, but you want to put some about us information in there, and it needs to be brief and short. Okay, Carrie's, and I'm probably going to misspell here, auto body was established in 1999. Okay, family-owned business, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so just go through and fill that out and save it. Now, you don't need to write a book. Make it short, sweet, something that they can read in just a few seconds while they're at the red light. Okay, I was going to say driving down the road, but we're not supposed to do that. And here's the About Us section. Okay, now don't be tempted to go into the content section and link their About Us page there. I've had this conversation half a dozen times in the last 2 weeks. The most important thing you can do is keep people inside this mobile app. The longer they're in the app, the more they're going to use it, the more they're going to like it. As soon as you take them outside of that app, they're going to start messing with something else. Okay? I was talking to someone the other day, and we were talking about the redirect, and we're going to go over the redirect in a moment, but I want to make this a very clear point. I want you to understand what I'm saying. She did not want the redirects to go to the mobile app. She wanted it to be able to, if they wanted to pull up the web page, they could pull up the web page. Well, we've got it in here to where they can pull up the web page, okay? And it will not redirect. They can see the web page. Me personally, I don't want them going to a web page when they're in my mobile app. Okay, so I would not put the web page in there. That's just me personally, but we have had some people that wanted that, so we've added that feature. Why do I not want them going to the web page? Because they're going to get discouraged, because it's going to be small print and they cannot read it. I want them to get the information they want inside my mobile app, and I want them to stay inside my mobile app. Henceforth, that's why we created the custom content button, so that you can put custom content inside the app and it stays in the app. I'm going to show you in about 3 weeks how to go in and use iframes and put information in there such as YouTube videos, so you don't have to take them to a YouTube channel. Okay? I'm going to show you how to do some things that's going to be great to keep them inside the app. Prime example, how many of you go to a website and it says click here and it opens in a new window? Once you go to that other window, you forgot all about the page that you was in. And the most important information that you was looking for was probably on the home page. So do everything you can to keep them inside this app as long as possible. Let's go back to the custom content. We've saved that. Email us, okay? Include a contact email us form on your mobile web app. This is going to be the, now let me say this again, and I know this is kind of being redundant, but if I didn't get the questions, I wouldn't have put it out tonight. With this email address, it needs to be an email address that they read, okay? Carrie at Carrie's Mobile, Carrie's Miller's Auto Body Shop at .com, okay? Save. Now that's created Okay, and email us link here. Now what that's done is that's created a capture page. Now many of you know, and some of you don't, know how important it is to get this information, because this is who they're going to market to. Okay, so make sure that you use this so that it generates leads for them to go back out in the market to. But they can ask comments or questions. They can do whatever they want. They can expand this down. Okay, they can do anything they want to with it. Okay, name, email address, so forth. Send email now. Full website URL. This is what I was talking about a while ago. All right. www.instantAppWizard.com. This is the full website URL. It includes this link to your full website on your mobile web app. Okay? Use it if you wish. There if you need it. And you can see right here, full website. Okay? Now, this is a great example, okay, right here, of bringing up a full website. And now I can't get this off. Okay, this has that pop-up video in the middle of it, like all of you've seen, okay? And that's what they've get to look at. Take it back, okay? So make sure if you use that web app, if you use that full website, if you can't read it, I highly recommend you don't put it on there. Up to you, your business, you do it the way you want to. Business info and location. Add new business info. Once again, this information is critical. This was the number 2 thing in the 2013 stats that people are looking for. Map information, contact information, hours of operation. Very, very important. So when you sit down with your client, get everything right. Put the name of the business, my phone number, my fax number, my Skype username if I have one, my email address again, my website URL, hours of operation, let me tell you how important that is. We've got a lube place here in town, and I've asked them 1,000 times why they're not open on Saturday. But you can't get your oil changed in this town on Saturday where I live. It's the only lube place in town, and you can't get your oil changed because nothing else is open that changes oil. And I don't change my own oil because I just don't, okay? They do not even have their hours of operation posted on the front door of their store. It's a Jiffy Lube. They don't even have the hours of operation. I've talked to them about an app. They don't want an app. They're just, but I'm telling you, there's no telling how much business they lose because they don't even post their hours of operation, and people pull up there and get ticked off and wind up going to Greenville. All right. Let's see here. 555. Let me put a real address in here. This is very important. Why is this important? Can anybody tell me why this address is important right here? Anybody on the call? I haven't asked questions since I've been going along here. Anybody on the call tell me why this address is important? Geolocation. Yes, sir, David. Thank you, sir. Okay, this is your mapping information. Extremely important. Commerce, Texas, 75428. Now we're going to go in here, and this gives you the opportunity and the ability to check the address. Believe it or not, if I put this address in here the way that it actually is, you could not find this building because it puts it out in the middle of a pasture. And I did not even know that until I checked it on this system right here. But check the address, okay, and it pulls the address up. Now, the great thing about this, and I give the guys credit because they used the full Google Map system, is it's got the satellite location view in here, and I can actually look and know that that's actually the place that I wanted. All right, excellent, excellent. So check the location. We know everything's good. All the information is correct. All right, use the Google Map above. Click Add. And you can sit here and look and you say, okay, man, everything's right, everything's right. Oops, I misspelled this. Go back and change it. This is probably one of the most key tabs on the entire mobile app. Probably one of the most important tabs on the entire mobile app. Because this is what's going to direct that customer directly to your business. Okay? So let's go back over here. All right, contact us, email us, about us, join our list. All right, share the web app. Let's move on, keep on rolling. Click Add New Business Info Location if you want to add a new business. Okay, they've got multiple businesses. You can put multiple businesses in here. All right, let's cancel that. Let's move on. Products and services. You can go in here and you can add special categories, and I'm going to go through each one of these just like we're doing it. Specific product, let's say I do a wax, okay? Let's say auto detailing. Okay? And I'm going to add this in my category, okay? And it's working, it's working. Do it again here. Okay, and I'm going to add a service here. Completely clean car, whatever. Okay. Price, $29.95. You can add images in here. You can do whatever you want. Put it whatever category you want and click Add. Okay. We can go up here and we can do a preview. Products and services. Okay, there's our, we didn't put anything in there. I was just showing you where we could do that. You can put whatever, if you want different categories, however you want to do it. Go in and play with it. I recommend you play with it. Okay. However you want to do it, I can edit this. I can add. This is a great tool to use, but let me say this about adding a bunch of stuff in here. Put highlights in here, okay? Get with them and put 3 or 4 things. I wouldn't go in and put 5,000 things if they've got 5,000 products in their store. You want to put some highlights in there. Auto detailing, everybody's wanting their car cleaned, okay? What does auto detailing do for an auto body shop? It brings them in. It allows them to meet the owners. It allows them to meet the people that work there. And when they wreck their car, bam, they know who they're going back to. Photos. Now, I don't have a bunch of cars. I don't have a bunch of car pictures, okay? So let me just go in here and put some pictures in here. You can put pictures in here, and you can put multiple pictures at a time. I'm going to put these 4 steaks in here. Okay, I clicked all 4 of them. I'm going to go open, and bam, it uploads them all at the same time. Same thing, I wouldn't go crazy with that. Okay, just get some highlights. If it's a car dealership, you know, they want to highlight their sales for the week or something like that. I wouldn't go crazy with it. Custom content. This allows you to do anything and everything you want to do. Okay? I'm just going to show you something real quick. I'm going to go over custom content probably for almost an entire training. Let me show you something real quick. Custom content, you really do anything. You can put text in there. In this custom content right here, okay, and this was a test I did the other night, I'm going to show you what I mean by staying inside your app. Okay, this is a YouTube that I'm testing for someone, and I'm getting ready to send it out, do it for them. Here's their YouTube video. It's in an iframe. I put it inside custom content inside the HTML section. Not only that, they're going to be able to click for more information down here. Okay, that's going to take them and keep them inside the mobile app. Why does Kerry want that to happen? Because Kerry believes that they need to stay inside his mobile app. I don't want them going anywhere else. They're going to click on that, and lo and behold, it takes them over to the Join Our List section, okay, to get more info. They never left my mobile app. That's how important that custom content section is, and learning how to use that. And we're going to do some advanced training on that. I've been playing with that a lot. I've spent many hours. And it may not be the only way you can do it. It's the only way I know how to do it. But there's one thing I know. I know the way I do it works. So that's very, very important. Okay, let's go back to Miller's Auto Body. And once again, we're going to go into custom content. I actually used, we've had a lot of people say, I want to put an autoresponder. I got get response in one of my custom contents. Okay, you can do a lot with it. All right, and it works. If it's supposed to, I don't know, but it works. Okay, so that's all I know. If it works, what do they say? If it's not broke, don't fix it. So whatever our programmers have done, and they're the best in the world. They made that custom content where we can do anything. I know Sherry that was on with us last week. She uses the custom content like nobody I know. I mean, she does everything with that custom content. If it's a restaurant, okay, add an item to the menu, all right? Or you can add a category to the menu, steaks, okay? I'm saying steaks because it's a menu. Now we're going to add an item to the menu. Now this works the same way as the other deal does. You can drop this down here, put it in whatever category you want to put it into. We're going to say steak. Just put some stuff in here real quick. T-bone, $19.99. Upload an image. I happen to have a T-bone, and we're going to add it to the menu. Okay. Same thing, you can edit this. You can put something in there if you want. Let's go to preview. And you can see here we've got everything in here. There's our menu. Steaks. T-bone. Okay. Now let's talk about social media. I look at a lot of the sites, and there's one thing that you are not doing, and I can't figure out why. You're not helping your customers set up their social media sites. Most of them already have Facebook. Okay, if they don't, you're missing a huge opportunity to set up their social media for them, okay? Their Facebook, their Twitter, their Google+, their YouTube channels, LinkedIn. We had there's no telling how many people ask us to put LinkedIn in here. You know what I haven't found in any mobile apps, and I haven't looked at all of them, but I've not found any LinkedIn links. Okay? Kind of goes back to what I was talking about in the beginning. Everybody wants it until we put it in, and then it's like, whoops, well, I really didn't need that. I really need this to sell apps. Foursquare, Urban Spoon. Now, I'm going to stop right here tonight, okay? And we're going to take up next week with social media, because I want to go through social media so you understand. I don't know how many of you have been watching Foursquare, but Foursquare has totally changed. They are really becoming the search engine of the future, okay? And I'm going to share some stuff with you, and I'm going to break down some stuff with Foursquare next week. Next week we're going to go into, and I'll go ahead and go in here, we're going to talk about the extras next week. This is the website redirect that I was talking about a while ago. QR codes. Are you using this opt-in widget on your websites? Are you setting up sites to use that with? Your table tents. I'm going to talk about, and we just talked about it not too long ago, generating your custom table tent with Poster Oven, okay? Poster Oven can be used for a million different things, and that's the stuff that we're going to go into starting next week. And I'm going to spend about 3 weeks in this because I want you to understand, if you keep it simple, keep it uncomplicated, that you can do a whole bunch with what you want to do and make a lot of money like some of the guys are that are making the money. Let's go into real quick if there's any questions at all, and I know that the guys have been answering questions because I've seen the screen flying by. So, any questions at all? Can we use PayPal instead of Intuit for? Greg, I'm set up with PayPal. PayPal's got a recurring payment. Matter of fact, let me hang on just 1 second. Our good buddy, training videos, billing option videos, how to set up recurring billing in PayPal, okay? Billing boss, quotes, recurring invoices, and more. This was put in just a couple of weeks ago if you didn't see that. So great way. Great way to use that. I use PayPal personally, okay? Not just in this business. I've got 2 other businesses I use PayPal for. Yes, sir, Greg. You know, I didn't turn the screen back on. Let me turn the screen. I'll show you that again. Right here, billing options video. That didn't come up a while ago. There you go. Any more questions here? Pricing suggestions, $197 setup, $99 a month for a basic app. There is a book. Let me show you that. Thank you for asking that, John. Right here under your resources section, your reseller resource section, there is a client business plan. You can download it in PDF or MS Word format. I recommend MS Word format because you can go in and change it. Yes, sir, the other Roger. I appreciate you too, buddy. You're so faithful to come every single week. Okay. Walks you through. Foursquare, rewards offering, our setup fee $79. This is in your control panel. $75 for Twitter. Text messaging. All laid out for you. $199 setup on your app. This is the whole enchilada right here. Okay, so it says Mobile web app design and setup, $199. Foursquare setup, $79. Twitter setup, $49. Text messages included, question mark, $49.95 a month. Reputation management, and these can be changed, okay? You can make these whatever you wish. 1 month mobile app hosting and marketing platform access per month, $99. And I wouldn't sell it any cheaper than that, okay? Great question. Thank you for that. Any more questions? Thank you very much, Tom. That's what. Well, and you know that's just suggested retail, John. You're welcome. I met with a guy the other night. He's selling the package for $300 a month. $300 a month, and he's not having anybody turn him away. $300 a month. Thanks, Raj. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I don't want to go too long. I go too long and people start nodding off. Next Wednesday, we're going to go through the things that we did, and we're going to start talking about the marketing platform, email marketing, text message marketing, and those things. We're going to be on this for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and if it takes longer than that, to me, it's more important to cover it where you understand it than to fly through it and hope that you get it. So we're going to slow it down a little bit. That way everybody gets it. We're going to say good night. If you have any more questions, feel free to email me at Kerry@InstantAppWizard.com, or more importantly, go into the control panel and let me show you that. I'm going to take 2 seconds and show you that real quick. Go into your control panel and go into the form if you've not signed up for the form. We have several guys that can go in there and answer your questions. We've got administrators that can go in and answer your questions, and we're more than happy to work with you in the forum. Great way to contact and talk with other resellers, and I tell you, we got some really sharp guys out there that administer this thing, so feel free to go in and sign up for that forum and be a part of that, especially if you have questions. Some of these guys have been here for a long time. And we're going to go through Foursquare very extensively, very, very extensively. And as Zig always says, always ask for the order. And as Kerry always says, the hardest door to open is the car door. God bless, good night, and I'll see you all next Wednesday.